Well, this is Timothy Ward. He's got why gave up on the American dream, and you should too. Great advice. The only problem, Timothy, I'm going to be preemptive about this. If you're a guy and you want to give up on the American dream, that is chasing status. That's all the American dream is chasing status. You have to come to terms with remaining single. If you don't chase status, the girls won't deal with you, will they? Now, let's hear.
You want to, wherever you're at, put that in there. But basically what we're talking about is whatever is like the prevailing ideal of how you should live your life in your area. Okay? I know the American dream involves like, getting good grades and then going to college or university so that you can get a good job and a great career. So you can have, a 2-story house in the suburbs with a big backyard with a golden retriever in it and 3.5 kids and a Mercedes and or a BMW. Okay? This is the American dream. And there's nothing wrong with this dream. If that is your dream, cool, go for it. But the thing I've come to realize in life, and it took me a while, it took me well into my 30s to realize, is that the American dream is not for all of us. And I realized that the American dream was not for me. And in fact, like living my life, a lot of times unconsciously or subconsciously, living my life in a way trying to like get the American dream or acquire the American dream was like taking away from my happiness.
Sorry, Timothy, but you weren't subconsciously doing anything. The American dream just means status chasing. All people chase status, and you were doing that consciously. Now, do you have a significant other? Right. If you do, then you have to chase status, and your channel is a part of your status chasing. If you're not chasing status in the typical way, that is getting a job in school, then you're doing it through your YouTube channel. Either that or you're single.
And honestly, like I realized this in hindsight. At the time, I was probably 33, 34, somewhere in there. I just realized that something was off. Okay, I found myself coming home from work and like sitting on the computer watching a lot of videos about minimalism and simple living and things like that. And I just realized like something was off. I just realized like I was.
Yeah, okay. So minimalistic living. You can't do that with a girlfriend and have one. She can do it as a single woman, and you can do it as a single man. But as soon as the woman partners up with you, Tim, she's going to make demands on you, because that's why women partner with men. The man is a worker for her. And then her standards of living, expectations go up, because that's what you're there for.
Living things like that. And I realized that, life wasn't all about possessions. It wasn't about, acquiring things. It wasn't about getting more money. Life is.
If you have a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, she wants to move out of the apartment and get a new house, or she wants to upgrade the car, you're going to have to do those things, or she's going to leave you, which is fine by me. But are you going to say to any of these guys down here that that is the case? I doubt it in this whole, matter of fact, when I listen to this video, he doesn't say that.
Is really about just like living with what you need, maybe a little more, and like enjoying yourself, being happy. And so I had to figure out like what was going to make me happy in this life. And as easy as that sounds, as simple as that sounds, that's a big step that I think a lot of us never get to.
I don't know. Look, what are you doing for a living? Tim, you've got a PayPal, you got a merch store, and you got a Cash App. Right. So the only reason you can turn around and say, well, my job wasn't making me happy, is because you've opened up a YouTube channel and you might be doing well for yourself with that, and you don't have to work for a living, or your work is very minimalized and you can still make a decent buck. So this is meaningless to the average person, because the average guy like yourself who doesn't have a successful YouTube channel, he's got to work for a living just to get by, and he's got to deal with shitty jobs. And he has a girlfriend, then he's got to race for the American dream.
Okay, we just spend our life, I think most of us, going after these dreams. You know, I was spending most of my life up into my 30s going after like the American dream, because that's just what everyone told me to do.
Okay, this is less important. Let me get to something more meaty.
We're social creatures, I should say. You know, we like being around other people, and we take cues from other people. So if your whole
Yeah, no, I like this, Tim. This is perfect. This guy looks like he's high up in the ladder on the in the hierarchy, and he's getting noticed by a very pretty young girl, far prettier than he is a good-looking man. So this, what you're showing here, Tim, is counter to what you're saying. This looks like this guy is gaining status and he's getting the girl who's there for his status. Do you realize that? Do you realize this is contrary to your messaging?
life, everybody's saying, do this, you're going to do it. Even if you throw in some little variations here and there, you're going to do what everyone says to do.
But who's everyone? Like if you've got a wife, she's not everyone. She's one person. She's going to make her demands, and you were going to follow that.
But if it's not making you happy, like it wasn't for me, you have to stop and like ask yourself, what do I want to do? What will make me happy? And the thing is, if you ask yourself this,
Okay.
what will make me happy, and then you can deal with the ridicule and, you know, maybe the people talking about you when you go after that stuff, then you can get happy.
But what if your woman is the one ridiculing you and you're coming home and you're facing that? And she's hostile to you and she's threatening to leave you. Then what? Tim, are you willing to say giving up American dreams means giving up the relationship with this woman? You leave this out because it would destroy the message. I mean, you even showed it, that beautiful young girl eyeing this nobody, or I should say this ordinary looking guy. So why are you still talking like this?
But a lot of times people will get to the first step and they'll identify, oh, okay, I would much rather be doing this. But when they start down that path, they can't take the ridicule. They can't deal with the ridicule.
Yes. The significant other puts her demands on it, and then you have no choice. Well, that or be single.
Because for a while, you know, I wanted a BMW. You know, I wanted a condo downtown. You know, things like that. That was my next level for a while. But you know, the more I kind of went after those things, the more I failed to get them for whatever reasons, and the more like unhappy I got.
Well, all you're admitting to is that you didn't succeed in getting what you wanted. So of course you weren't happy over it.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this. Like, I want to live. I'm not depressed anymore, not suicidal anymore. I want to live, but like, I got to be happy, you know? And one of the things for me, and it's different for everyone, one of the things for me was like, I identified that like, I wanted to travel. I wanted to.
Oh, the old travel thing. Travel is the favorite topic, that special thing that supposedly no one else wants to do, that guys choose because it's still connected to status. In the past, why do you think, hey, Tim, why do you think that young men join the Navy in the past? or the military. So they go see the world. So this is no different from any other status chase. It also sounds good on paper. What can I choose that isn't chasing status officially, but doesn't sound lame? Like, hey, I have ambition to sit around home and play my video games and watch porn. That could make you happy too. But they would call you a loser. So that's why so many guys choose travel as what they love to do.
That would make me happier than having a condo in downtown Gainesville, Florida, and a nice job, okay, and a BMW that I really can't afford. That's another thing too. A lot of times in chasing the American dream or chasing societal standards, we can't really afford it. Because you'll notice all the dreams involve typically you going into massive amounts of debt.
Now, this is perfect. Yeah, you can't afford it, Tim. And this is perfect because he's kind of destroying his own point. He's showing a couple, and the woman is angry with the guy because he's not, fulfilling his debts. He's not keeping the lifestyle. He's not making her happy with money. Why would you show something like that, Tim? It destroys your narrative. Yeah, the reason why you went for that BMW, not because you needed to get the girl. You never mentioned that, do you? So if you're happy with this, all this means is you've either don't have the girl, Tim, you either don't have the girl, or your channel is paid enough to get the girl while you don't have to work like a dog. So this is it. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You can either live a minimalistic lifestyle for yourself and be single, or you can have the woman in your life and work like a dog always. Those are your choices, the two choices you have as a man. So I think I've destroyed this false narrative of giving up the American dream. Look, I could make a video, say, give up the American dream, but I would have to have the caveat said, okay, you cannot you will not have a significant other because she will force you to chase the American dream. My advice channel will not be popular like yours. I will not have all these comments because guys don't want to hear that. By the way, travel is right up there with pump weights, or read philosophy. That's another favorite one. I'm just going to read books, read up philosophy. It's high status things that don't look high status. Anyway, see you around, Tim.